video for you. I'm here with Mr. Steve. Say hi, Mr. Steve.
Hi, Mr. Steve.
He's back up from Shyland, and he's going to help me build this curve. And I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and bend it on the rail bender, and then we're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you how to attach it to your ties. Now you can see I've already got one section or two sections of rail already curved to the specifications that I need for out on the layout. So I need two of them like that to start. I'll probably need four total, but we're going to do two for now. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rail bender set up, and I'm going to go ahead and get you a little closer in on that again. For those that don't remember, here's a rail bender. Made it with the help of a couple friends. Remember in my one video about this rail bender and doing curves, always lubricate your surfaces and your bearings. Make sure they're moving nice and freely. And you always want to make sure that you have enough down here. And always have some on hand. I put it in this little jar here. And then I just take it, put a little bit down here. Get it all over. I just want to make sure that they will flow freely. So let me go ahead and move this camera back. And let me go ahead and get started. Now these are 12-foot sections. And as I've said before, I have 10-foot and 12-foot on the layout. The new ones are 12-foot sections. They're not, in my opinion, they're not any harder to work with than the 10-footer. I mean, you just got the extra 2 feet. So what I'm going to go ahead is I'm going to start taking these sections of rail right here, and I'm going to start bending them, and we're going to get them to the same curvature that it's next to it. So you're going to need your gloves. Mr. Steve, if you want to help me, please grab your gloves. Here's the tightener for the rail bender. Go ahead and put this in. I do believe it's going to be, yep, all right. We're going to put it through here. On, all the way out, back in. Push through. 4, 5, all the way out. 6. This one, and we're going to do the same thing. Always do both pieces of rail at the same time. Take it all the way out, yep, and then bring it all the way back in. Keep it straight. There you go. Always got to keep it straight when you go through here. And this aluminum will bend if you give it a chance. It will bend by your own strength. Now I'm doing 8 rotations back and forth on each of these. Because I want to make sure that it actually starts conforming to what we need. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to turn it in 1/4 of an inch. this one. Run back to it. Remember, try to count your passes. As you can tell, the rail's starting to bend a little bit more and more. We gotta do this many times. That was 6, 7. Oh, it seems to have taken a bigger curve than I was expecting. Not where we need to be yet. So this one needs to go back through.
Why don't we do this one? Why are you going so slow rather than just turn it towards the curve?
Because I want to make sure that I get an accurate turn. I want to do that quarter return, eighth of a turn, half of a turn. I want to make sure that I get it right. If I just blow through it, it's gonna throw me off. Let's see. For some reason, that one does not look like that, does it? No, it doesn't.
Clara, can I have a shout out? Hi, Clara. 5 watching. Awesome.
I'm gonna go through. Oh, wow. Okay. Guess what? Damn, something's going on with my rail bender. That's not where we want to be. Let's grab another section of rail here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Wow. Undo that quarter of a turn, please.
Yeah. Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Counter. Yep, right there. That was like way off. No, take it out just a little bit more. Nope, a little bit more. Take it out. I do apologize, everybody. Something is going on. I don't know. There we go. That's better. It's gonna be a little tight. If you're just joining us, we're building a curve section of track. We're getting the rail beam bent right now.
That was pretty good.
And there we go. We have both those pieces of rail bent to the specifications. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make this the inside rail because we can actually cut this off. So, I'm going to take these, coming around here. I'm going to set them up here. Now we're going to start this off kind of like how we do a straight section of track. But as you notice, if I lay it out like a straight section, it all goes cattywampus. You know, you got too much tie on one side, not enough. So what I do is I straighten. I'll have this end one straight. Measure this out.
What are you measuring?
Measuring the ends of the rail to join them together. I go 10 inches in between. I leave the inner rail out 2 inches, and I bring the outer rail out 12 inches. So I got my 10 inches in between. So when I put my joiners and my filler ties in, I only need a couple of them, and excuse me, and that's kind of what I was told when I started building track. Always have no less than a 10-inch gap, or a 10-inch gap in between joiners. The less you go, the more easier it is for both sets of rail to kind of offset as you're going over them if they're actually like aligned. Easier, there's more of a chance for derailment, stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, 3.5, 3.5, 2 inches, 12 inches. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start adding these other gauges onto the rail, just so when I go to start screwing the rail to the ties, I have the same gauge at all times. So I'm going to take my gloves off this part. So when you guys,
This moved when you put that. You want to check your.
did it? Did
Yeah,
it move?
it moved when you put that last one in.
Oh, I gotta move this anyways.
You're looking at what?
Well, 3.5, yeah, right there.
Yeah, 3.5. Okay.
Yep.
You're good.
Now you screw the curved section down just like you do a straight section. Remember, always go offset, never go the same way. The tie will just come right off. It won't, the rail will not be secured to the tie, and next thing you know, you got a problem. So, and you always go straight up and down with the screws. Don't ever angle in, because that will change the trajectory of the top rail, because the top rail will bend in or out. So, and then this one we're gonna go, yeah. Got one, right here. Pull this over a little bit. Got my 3.5. Take the 4 screws. These have 1/4 inch. They're 1/4 inch. Hex head bits. Sorry about that. Now, if you go too tight, you'll know by the gauges, because the gauge will come off hard. So how's everybody doing tonight? Doing good? It's a beautiful night here in northern Michigan. I dare say it's gotta be, oh, I don't know, I think it's about 65 degrees, I guess, right now. We'll go ahead and readjust some of these ties right now. And always remember to have your gauges in between the ties that you are screwing down. Because if not, your gauge will run. And you'll start getting wider or narrower. Now there is 7 1/4 gauge, you know, if anybody out there does 7 1/4 gauge. But I don't, I do 7 1/2.
Brianna says hi, doing good. Glad things are good on your end as well.
Oh, thank you. Anna? Is her name Anna?
Brianna.
Brianna? Okay. Well, thank you, Brianna. Appreciate that. Glad things are going good with you. Just been busy here on the old homestead, taking care of things here and there, trying to get this railroad going, trying to get it completed. I can almost, I can probably say right now with absolute certainty that I will have this railroad done next year, which I'm biting at the bit. I want to get it done. I want to get the main line done. Next year, I'm gonna have something real special. I did order a right-hand switch from Accutie, Enterprise Inc., as they're also known by. They carry a variety of, they carry the rail, they carry trucks, they carry couplers, they carry switch kits. Check them out online, accutie.com. You got to call for prices. They don't have any prices online. No, this one's perfect. Thank you. Oh, this one's still working. You want to do a few of these for me, Mr. Steve?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, sure. Remember, just leapfrog these. Make sure these are 3 1/2. Nice and tight through there. And then once you get down to the end, we'll push these out and keep coming down. And just remember, just follow the curve. I'm gonna step off to the side for a minute. Let Mr. Steve do a few of those. I'd like to say thank you to all the subscribers, all the viewers. I'm up to 285 subscribers. Thank you very much. Seriously, I never thought I'd be this far, and it makes me feel really good. I love trains, and I love sharing this experience with everybody. Hopefully, I pique somebody's interest, so they can start building their own. It is fun. It is a lot of work, but it's fun. I enjoy every minute, every second that I work on this railroad. I just Does anybody have any questions so far about the rail bender, the way, the ties or the screws or anything? Go ahead, just drop down a comment. I'll be happy to answer any kind of question you have about the railroad. 12-foot section of track usually takes anywhere between 25 and 30 ties, depending uh, depending on the spacing and stuff. 'Cause sometimes the spacing does waver when you're putting these things together. I mean, things are gonna be a little off sometimes. Well, thank you very much, Brianna. I appreciate that. I definitely am glad to hear that you enjoy the videos. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Now these two sections, what I'm going to do tomorrow is we're going to take these sections out. I'm going to take these sections out, lay them out there, and see how they fit. Excuse me. But yeah, as soon as when phase 1 gets done next year, I will be planning for phase 2 on the railroad, which will be the connection to the engine house. And that's why I got the switch now, because during the winter, I actually plan on having at least 4 or 5 switches made myself. I'm going to take the points out, go get them milled, have them replicated, so I can build my own switches here at home and keep going with the layout. I do plan on adding a second main, some sidings. There will be some towns and stuff like that through it. So you know, if you stick with the channel, and you'll see a lot more to come, and hopefully I'll impress somebody. And the cool thing about these tracks, I don't know if anybody out there knows, if you've ever had an HO train set, they had the track called Flex Track. That's kind of what this track is. It actually has flex and move to it. So when I put it on my layout, if I need to adjust it or tweak it, it's no problem. The whole track will just bend and shimmy how I want it to, which is really cool. With straight sections, you can build curves, you know, just from straight sections without even using a rail bender. I will be putting up a new video also probably later on this week about the new tamper for the railroad. I'm actually going to go ahead and get it out and show you guys real quick. It's a really cool idea I saw on a video, and I kind of took it and made it my own. So I went out and bought an air hammer. And then I made my own camping stick. And what I do is I'll put this in here, turn it on, and it'll go ahead and tamp the ballast down for me. I use an air compressor with that. It works really well. A lot better. A lot easier on the shoulders too. How's it going, Steve?
Not too bad.
Do you have any questions? Do you have any, comments?
No.
You could do this all day, couldn't you?
Huh?
You could do this all day, couldn't you?
Absolutely not. I like my day job, okay? I like my day job.
I'd be
No, this is my retirement job.
right.
When I'm told to get out the house, you're annoying me, then I'll have somewhere to go.
Yeah. I definitely love it. I love trains. I definitely love building this. It's I can't describe it. I mean, it's like when you have a passion, and you follow it with every ounce and fiber of your being. With drums, I played drums for a long time, and I loved it until my back went out and I couldn't really play anymore. And I had to find something else to fill the time, and well, lo and behold, trains was there. I'm gonna go ahead and move the camera down a little bit. There we go. Get a side view of how he's putting the track together. Now these are just 1/4 inch hex head bits. The screws are 1 inch long. Oh yeah, there's usually a bad screw or two in the bunch.
I was like,
Well,
I know my skills aren't that bad.
It's a good thing I get a box of 7,000 of them. Yes, my screws I buy in bulk for the ties, and then the joiner machine screws and nuts I buy those in bulk as well. Oh, thank you. It's definitely been a pain ever since the surgery, and I just do what I can to keep it from flaring up. And well, actually, the real story on how I got started into trains, backyard railroads.
Picture it, Sicily, 1913.
Yeah, right. No, it was my father, and my grandfather, which my grandfather, my mom's dad, he worked for DT&I for a long time, and he used to go down, wash the trains, and then my dad got me an N scale set and an HO, and then we had this house with a basement, and we had this big old setup, just HO and N scale. It was 8 foot long, 12 foot wide at one end, and just beautiful, nice big layout. And then I remember one time my dad had a job, worked for a glass company, and went to, I don't remember where the house was. I really don't. A guy had a backyard railroad there. And I was just so enthralled, and he took me for a ride, and I was hooked. And talking with my dad throughout the years, we always said if we ever had the property, the land, we'd build one, we'd build one, we'd build one. And, well, unfortunately, after my dad had passed away in 2019, I never got a chance we never got a chance to do it together. And you know, that's kind of the short version of how everything got to be. But that love and passion just it was always there. Every time my dad and I went down into the basement, or you know, we put the train on the floor or whatever, just everything went away. You know, your sorrows, your depression, everything just, you know, just watching that train go around the track, knowing that that's all it's going to do is just go round and round and round. But then when you listen really hard to the clickety clack and all that, sorry, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, that's about it. And now I'm building a, you know, 7.5 gauge backyard railroad, and I mean, it's dream come true. Always follow your dreams, plain and simple. Always follow your dreams. You know, because everybody has a lot of dreams. Thank you for
Michigan.
Yeah. Thank you for the condolences. I appreciate that. I know. Definitely, it's been hard, but it's. I know he's watching, and you know he's definitely proud of me. I know that. But yeah, I'm excited about getting the new switch. I really am. That way phase 2 can commence soon. Well, next year. And I can't wait. I can't wait for that day that we lay down those orange ties to mark the connection of the main line.
You have no idea how I can't wait for that.
Now, normal railroads do golden spikes. Well, since here at JK&M Railroad, our colors are orange and black, I'm going to paint the last filler ties that we put in for the last sections of track to connect to make the main line. We'll make them orange. That way, every time I drive over it, that's the finishing mark right there.
Is a little too low.
Is everybody enjoying the video? Anybody got any questions, comments?
That's gonna be.
Yeah, let me go ahead and move that real quick. We'll move this camera down just a little bit more. There we go. We're getting towards the end.
Maybe here this way.
No, that's good. That's good. We're getting towards the end of the section of track here. Remember, you know, with the rail bender, just take it easy. As you saw on that one piece, I over tightened it a little too much, and it just went way off. So what I'm gonna have to do is run that back through the rail bender, but backwards, so I can rebend it and try to get it as straight as possible. On the new north section, we added 13 new sections, which was 156 feet of track, which has all been ballasted, by the way. A couple of my last videos, I went out and showed everybody what's been done.
Oh, yeah.
And then I showed the attachment of joining the sections of track together while they're out there on the railroad. I'm a hands-on guy. My hands always gotta be doing something with this railroad, and I do like the machines. They do help. The tamper is really nice. I like that one. That air hammer works really well. But like when clearing the ballast off in between the rails and stuff like that, I actually prefer to get on my hands and knees and wipe the ballast away, either in between the ties, or we're gonna have to pull that section out a little bit.
Which one? Oh yeah.
Just like that, there you go. Because you're getting a little too close to the edge there. Again, this is a 12-foot section curve track. The degree of the curve, I really couldn't tell you for sure. But I am guessing right around probably a 65 maybe degrees because it's such a light bend to it. Now that other one I did that I screwed up on, that would probably be more like a 20, and that's too tight. With 7.5 gauge, you really don't want to go any tighter than a 30-inch circumference. Then your wheels will actually start slipping off the track because it's so tight. So I was always told, don't ever go below 30, don't ever go below 30. I think there's one out there that is right about 30. It would be part of a 30-degree curve. But I think that's only one section, and you can't even really tell because of the way it's all brought together. I got the back end in the back part of the property. Got all those 85 feet. All that's ballasted and tampered now. So we've been riding on that for a while, which has been really nice, been really fun. Excuse me.
Ha! I didn't even move it over. I'm just like on autopilot, just screw it in, screw it in. It's mindless.
Yes, it is. It's so monotonous though. I mean, but it's fun. I mean, even when I screw up, I'm like, oh crap. You know, it's like, okay. I mean, we all make mistakes.
That's what my dad said as he looked at me.
Oh boy, comedian here tonight. Look at that, dinner and a show if you guys are eating. Yeah, we're some quirky people, us trainiacs. Well, at least I am.
Huh?
At least I am, and I know Steve is.
You're a special breed.
That we are. And it's almost done. You can see the curve, nice and slight. Very, very soft curve. Make sure you tighten that one up a little bit more.
I'm gonna. This one's all a little loose. Perfect.
Yep, and that'll be the last tie. did my first curve section, I was nervous on using the rail bender and how to tie them together, but after I started working it, it was nothing. It took me 2 pieces of rail to actually learn how to start using the rail bender properly. I've probably screwed up 4 pieces of rail since I've done this whole thing. I started laying track June 4th, 2021.
Is that the same year I met you at ILS? Or at
Nope. White Creek, no. That was 2022. It was the year after I already started. And there we go. We have 1 curve section done. And like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to take that out tomorrow, go put it on the layout on the main line out there, and see if it's what I'm looking for, which it should be. I don't see why not.
We went out there earlier and measured the template, or the first set curve.
So yeah, we went out there, double checked, made sure that this was gonna be it. And like I said, be making this one, and then we have the other 2 pieces of rail over here on this side. We're gonna build those 2. I just figured we'd build one section tonight to show you guys how it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the phone off here, and I'm gonna get a view of that. And kind of almost looks straight when you're looking at it from the side. That section of the track right there will bend in even more if I want it to when I go to lay it out, because of the way it flexes. And that is due to the rail itself and how the screws for the ties are put in. That's why they're offset. They will still move a little bit, but the ties will not come off when you're holding from different sides. So this is what we started with. 2 pieces of rail that we put through the rail bender. And then we have a full 12-foot curve section ready to be placed out on the layout. Any questions, comments? Here's the rail bender. Here's my handle for it. Do slow. Every time I go to tighten it or loosen it up, I make sure I go slow. You know, get it kind of right where I want it. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the comments. Appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers, viewers, everybody who's liked the video, commented. Thank you very much. Again, without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. I mean, I'd be making it, but I wouldn't be putting it out to let everybody see and enjoy the journey like I have, and Mr. Steve has, and Mr. J has. Just having a good time with it. So, everybody have a good night, and more videos to come.